Hello everybody, welcome to Sewing Up Style. I'm Laura, and today I am going to talk about a hoodie that I've made for myself and a cardigan that I made for Blake, my son, my youngest son. If you've been around since August-ish probably, you know that I am a Stray Kids fan, which is a K-pop group that is really, really big. They are taking the world by storm this year, and I have made two previous K-pop inspired outfits, or shirts actually, and I will link those down below in the description box if you want to see them. The first one was a shirt by an ATEEZ member named Sanghwa that has a zipper, and then I also modified a kind of a sweatshirt to mimic or be inspired by another Stray Kids member, Felix. And so I've just continued on with this inspiration from Stray Kids, and today's video is inspired by a cardigan, or a knit cardigan, that was worn by the leader of Stray Kids, Bangchan. I'll go ahead and put his Instagram in the description box below if you want to go check out his page, because I don't take people's pictures and put them on my videos. And so if you want to see how closely I did come, because quite honestly it was just supposed to be inspired by, but Blake's cardigan especially, because it is just a cardigan with a collar, I think is almost spot on. The only difference is that there are no facings, because I didn't realize there was a facing even though the pattern called for it. And then I don't know what I was saying. Okay, anyway, so if you want to go and see the inspiration jacket, I suggest going and checking out his page. It's not that far down, because it hasn't been that long that he took the pictures to put on his page. Okay, so I've been wanting to make a hoodie for quite a while, actually since spring, I think, and I've been looking for fabric and looking for fabric, and I couldn't find anything you know, at Fabric Mart or at Joann's or anything like that that was an appropriate cotton jersey material, and so that I liked, at least. And so I kind of was putting it off, and then I saw Chan wearing this cardigan, and it's really a cool cardigan. So it's ponte knit on the back, and then it has velour panels on the front, and it's just the same ponte knit here, and then it has the lapels. It's got a collar, and I was like, you know what, I could do that. And then instead of trying to come up with a fabric, I could use fabric that I already have, because I had the ponte knit that you see here, and I had this sweater knit that you see here. I also had a kind of a rose-colored velour, and I thought about using it, but the Chan's cardigan has more of, it's more of a textured kind of look. It has different shades, kind of cream to darker brown, and so I liked that more than the velour. So I figured the sweater knit would work well, and I can't tell you how much I love this hoodie. When I showed Blake what I was going to do, and based off of Bangchan, because he is also a Stray Kids fan, he was like, I want that. Like, he wanted Chan's jacket. So I was like, well, I can do that. I had some difficulties going through the process though, because even though I had the fabrics, I didn't have the pattern. And I looked and looked and looked. I looked through the Simplicity website, I looked through pattern books, I looked through, I went on Etsy, tried to find a hoodie pattern or like a men's cardigan pattern, and all of the cardigan patterns that had a collar were, you know, for knitting cardigans. I thought about it, and I was like, you know, I think my mom has something similar to that. And I asked my mom about it, and she let me look through her pattern stash, and lo and behold, she did have it. She didn't even remember that she had it, but because I've been going through her pattern stash periodically for the last several months, I was like, I found it. So let me get that for you. Let me find it. It is Simplicity 3890, and this was actually released in 2007, so you're not going to find it now unless maybe you go on Etsy, or Amazon might have it, but I doubt it. I couldn't find this. I mean, I was looking everywhere and there's just nothing. So I feel very fortunate. It's like my mom saved the day again. She does that a lot for me. Another thing about this pattern is that it's for wovens. You can see this is a woven, and then also for knits. They have it set up that the hoodie is the knits more and that the jacket is wovens. But what I did was I just used the hoodie pattern, and then I took the collar from the jacket and put it on the hoodie top. You can see also that it does not have like a ribbed waistband, ribbed bottom piece. I don't know what that's called, but and Chan's does. It has a ribbing around the bottom. It was inspiration, so I did not worry about that at all. It does have ribbed wrist cuffs though, wristbands. Also in the pattern, and I don't know what Chan's has, but in the pattern there are pockets for these. Because of the sweater knit on the top, I didn't want to break up the lines. Quite honestly, Chan's doesn't break up the lines, so unless they're inside inseam pockets, his probably doesn't have any pockets either. So I didn't worry about it. It is kind of sad to me, it is kind of sad to me that I don't have any pockets, but that's okay. I love the hoodie, it's fine. I made a medium for both Blake and I. He is tall. I'll show you in a minute. He's very tall. I did extend the sleeves by 2 inches for him, but for me, they were perfect length, and I'm 5'4", he's 6'3". For Blake's jacket, which let me show you, he wanted a silver zipper, which look how sharp that looks. I had a gold zipper, and I actually like the gold zipper too. I don't think, I mean, like, because of the fabric, either is really nice, but I do think that the silver zipper just adds a little, it really pulls out those silver kind of colors in the sweater knit. It's so pretty. So on his collar, I didn't put the facing in. I think I mentioned that. I might not have. I might have edited it out. But there was a piece for the collar for this hoodie cardigan that had a facing. And when you put the collar on, of course, you sew the collar on, you know, to this section, and that has the facing attached to it. And then you have it's open from here, and then you turn it under and then sew it down. And then over here, of course, has the other part of the facing. Obviously, as you can see, what I did is I just took a twill tape and I just sewed the collar on and then trimmed it down and then put the twill tape on. The thing I don't like about that is that on the back, you know, there's a couple of lines of stitching, but the collar also does cover it up, so I don't know that it makes that big of a difference. I used a 24-inch zipper for both of ours. He likes his jackets a little bit cropped, and as he wanted it like Chan's, we kind of looked at the pictures, and it's kind of about the same length. So he was okay with a 24-inch zipper. He has really long legs. I think that's where a lot of his height comes from. I used the 24-inch zipper for me. Obviously, I'm much shorter, so it comes down below my hips, and it is just perfect for me. On mine, let me take off my jacket. Uh-oh. I wonder what the sound quality is. So on mine, what I did was I had extended, so it came with a hood piece, and I extended it an inch so that it has a little bit more drape. I will put it on and show you again, but I will show you the pictures here in a second. I have lots of pictures because Blake really rocked the photo shoot. I don't have so many of me. I don't rock photo shoots so much anymore, but Yeah. Did you see? Look what I did. I did this yesterday. So if I look wrinkly, it's because I've got that the covering that they put on there until you it heals up. You actually have to put it on for 2 days, take it off, wash it up, let it dry, put another piece on for 5 days. So, but yeah, isn't that pretty? I'm so proud of this. I love it. I've always wanted it. I feel like it was always there, like I've not been without it. So a friend said that means that you were supposed to have it, like that was yours, that was mine, and it is. So what I did for the hoodie is, I didn't use any twill tape, even though it said to, because I had enough. You can't really see it, can you? I just turned over the top piece and then just sewed it over I graded the layers on the bottom and then just sewed them on, and there's just one line of stitching. So it looks better, I think, but either way the seams are covered. So let's give you the reveal photos. The way I made the front panels is that I just cut out two. I cut out the sweater material and then I cut out the ponte knit on the inside, and I just serged them together. I laid them on top of each other and pinned them so that it didn't move when I serged it. I did have some troubles, like I got a little cocky about doing Blake's, and so I had some troubles, but it was where the material slipped was up at the top, so I just kind of massaged it around so that it could just covered it. And then I just acted like it was one piece, because it was, and just sewed it together, and it all went together very well. So is there anything I would do differently? Yes, I would put the facing in for the collar, the collared version. It would have looked nicer, but it doesn't look bad. I mean, it doesn't look bad at all, so there's no problems, but I just, to make it look better, I would have put the facing in. And also I would like to find a way to do pockets. I was just afraid with the sweater knit that it would interfere with the way it was draping and all that kind of stuff, so I just didn't. The other thing I had thought about was I wish I had used a heavier ponte knit, because this is somewhat of a thin ponte. But today when Blake and I were taking the photos, it's 32 degrees outside. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, I mean in Celsius. But yeah, I don't know. But when we were out there, our upper bodies stayed very toasty warm. It was our legs, our feet, and our hands, because we didn't have gloves, that actually got cold. So this is very good. I think having the double lining on the chest part just keeps everything toasty. So I'm very pleased with this. I can't say that enough. I'm loving my hoodie. So I feel this was a huge win. I really like the hoodie. Oh, I didn't show you. You saw, but look how nicely this drapes. Hold on. It's got, instead of looking like a sports hood, oops. Instead of being a sports hood, it's like a cape hood. And you know how I feel about capes. I love capes. So yeah, isn't that so nice? And how it lays in the back? Just, oh my gosh, so wonderful. Okay, so big win. I'm so happy. I'm very glad that I did this project, and that Jan has such good taste, so that I saw it and was able to make my own hoodie. I guess my questions for you guys is, what do you think of this hoodie or the cardigan? Could you see yourself making one of these up for you? Where do you go to get inspiration for your style? Because I am finding a lot of inspiration from Stray Kids, and so is Blake. So he really is, he's stepped up his style game since he became a Stray Kids fan. So that's pretty cool to see, because you know how, fashion is supposed to be about self-expression, and he's finding his voice in the clothing and in the style, and I think that's so neat, and I am too. So and if you are a Stray Kids fan, because there are a few of you that are watching my channel now, do you think Chan would like this hoodie? Because I think this hoodie is so cool. All right. Well, coming up, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for next week. Tomorrow is going to be Sunday, is the live stream from 11 to 12. So if you want to stop by, stop by. Let's see. Next week, I will probably put out a video. I don't know what. I've got several in the making. I need to do a You Asked For It video. I've got some other videos in mind. So I hope you will stop by and come back, and I appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. And yeah, so thank you so much. You guys have a great weekend, a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.